Good evening. We'll call to order this meeting of the City Council for the City of Gahanna on Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025. If you please join me to stand for the invocation and Pledge of Allegiance led by Vice President Trenton Weaver.
Thank you. As we gather, we are grateful for, appreciate, and use each day that comes before us. For each day's duties and in each day's difficulties, we are challenged to give our best always in service to one another and to our community. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Weaver. Mr. Van Meter, would you please call the roll?
Bowers.
Here.
Jones.
Here.
McGregor.
Here.
Padova.
Here.
Schnetzer.
Here.
Weaver.
Here.
And Renner is absent.
Thank you, Mr. Van Meter. Are there any additions or corrections to this evening's agenda? All right. We have one presentation this evening, and we are looking forward to this very much, and I believe I'm turning it over to Mayor Jadwin.
Yes, thank you. We are very thrilled today to have the swearing in of a communications technician. Connie, would you like to come forward? And Director Becker, would you like to come forward and maybe set us up for this?
Thank you, Mayor, Council. Tonight is a momentous night for me since I've been here at the City of Gahanna a little over 2.5 years. Connie is our first communications technician hire to fully complete training. So she is all done and on her own now. We're very excited for her. It's a very tough job over there, very rigorous training, and she did it. So with that, Chief Spence, you got any words you'd like to add?
Just that we've been working diligently over the last year or so to bring more communications technicians into that role. I think we've got Michaela Fulham back there, who's almost through her training as well. It's 6 months, 6 or 7 months, but kind of a very difficult training program to bring all the things between 911, taking non-emergency calls, radio traffic, and all the technology that's in that room, and then to have somebody successfully complete it with a smile, which Connie has had ever since day one. So it's a great pleasure to have her finally complete that, be on her own, and add to that staff, and everybody that Angie Collins, who's a center manager, Louise, who's one of our training officers. So it's been a great number of months, but we're looking forward to finishing training with Michaela here very soon, and more to come. Thank you.
With that smile, always. So it's been a joy to have you as part of our team. And now to officially welcome you, if you please raise your right hand, repeat after me. I,
Connie,
do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the United States of America,
of the United States of America,
the Constitution and statutes
the Constitution and statutes
of the State of Ohio,
of the State of Ohio,
and the Charter and ordinances
and the Charter and ordinances
of the City of Gahanna,
of the City of Gahanna,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
honestly,
honestly,
and impartially
and impartially
discharge the duties of communications technician
discharge the duties of communications technician
for the Gahanna Division of Police,
for the Gahanna Division of Police,
to which I have been appointed,
to which I have been appointed.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Well, thank you so much, Connie, and congratulations to you and your family. As I think many of us know here in the room, dispatchers are, of course, the calm voice in a storm and are certainly the leading edge of help when our residents need it the most. And so we are so grateful to have you as part of this team and in service to the residents of Gahanna. So congratulations on behalf of council. All right. With that, we'll move on to hearing of visitors. Mr. Van Meter, are there any speaker slips?
None.
Thank you. All right. Section E, the consent agenda. We have one ordinance, Ordinance 35, requiring second reading before we're able to approve it on consent agenda. Mr. Van Meter, would you please read it into the record?
Ordinance 0035-2025, an ordinance accepting, approving, and ratifying the submitted recommendations of the City of Gahanna Tax Incentive Review Council for tax year 2023.
Thank you, Mr. Van Meter. With that, is there a motion to approve the consent agenda as published?
So moved.
I have a first by Mr. Schnetzer,
Second.
a second by Mr. Weaver. Any discussion? All right, hearing none, Mr. Van Meter, would you please call the roll?
Schnetzer?
Yes.
Weaver?
Yes.
Jones?
Yes.
McGregor?
Yes.
Padova?
Yes.
Bowers?
Yes. Motion carries and the consent agenda is adopted as published. Section F, resolutions. Resolution 0039-2025, a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into an electric supply agreement for city facilities following Tradition Energy's pricing analysis and recommendation, Omnia Partners procurement, and authorizing related actions to effectuate agreement. Is there a motion to adopt said resolution?
So moved.
I have a first by Mr. Weaver and a second by Mr. Schnetzer. Is there any discussion on this item tonight? Hearing none, Mr. Van Meter, would you please call the roll?
Weaver?
Yes.
Schnetzer?
Yes.
McGregor?
Yes.
Padova?
Yes.
Bowers?
Yes.
Jones?
Yes.
Motion carries and the resolution is adopted. Section G, ordinances for introduction and first reading. Mr. Van Meter, would you please read ordinances 37 and 38 into the record?
Ordinance 0037-2025, an ordinance amending ordinance number 0027-2025 to correct the address for Centerpoint Church from 670 McCutcheon Road to 620 McCutcheon Road, substituting Exhibit B with a corrected Exhibit B and declaring this action to be a correction for the record. Ordinance 0038-2025, an ordinance authorizing supplemental appropriations, general fund, and OCJS grant fund.
Thank you, Mr. Van Meter. And if I'm not mistaken, these will both be on the consent agenda on the 15th. All right. Section H, correspondence and actions. Mr. Van Meter, do you have anything this evening?
Nothing this evening.
Thank you. Anything from my colleagues? All right. Section I, representatives. We'll start with Councilwoman Padova for the Community Improvement Corporation.
Thank you. The last CIC board meeting was August 19th at 7:30 a.m. The meeting was called to order at 7:32. We approved the minutes from the July meeting, went over July financials, discussed that there are 2 open board seats and the types of candidates that we are looking for those seats. We reviewed our Gahanna draft recommendations from an economic development perspective. And under real estate, we discussed the Amfield property that the CIC owns, followed by a unanimous vote to demolish the property pending bank approval. Went into executive session at 8:41 and were adjourned at 9:30. Next board meeting is September 16th at 8 a.m.
Thank you, Councilwoman Padova. Mr. Weaver, Mid-Ohio Regional Planning Commission.
Thank you, Madam President. I will be brief this evening. Thank you, as always, to Council Office for their assistance in preparing the report. I would encourage folks to take a look at the report that is linked to the agenda. The Commission will be meeting on September the 11th. Just a quick update. I know I mentioned at our last meeting that Mayor Jadwin was elected as Secretary of the Executive Committee, but neglected to mention some of the other roles that were re-elected and elected. So serving as Board Chair is Dublin Mayor Chris Grooms, Bexley Mayor Ben Kessler as Vice Chair, as well as some additional executive committee members, including Fairfield County Commissioner Jeff Fix, Upper Arlington City Manager Steve Shoney, and Columbus Public Service Director Kelly Skoko. And I believe That will be it for my Morpsey report this evening, but I look forward to having more at our next meeting.
Very good. Thank you so much, Mr. Weaver. Convention and Visitors Bureau, back to Councilwoman Padova.
Thanks. Visit Gahanna is currently seeking sponsorships for the Holiday Lights celebration, which will be on Sunday, November 23rd. So mark your calendars for that. And if you would like to be a sponsor for the Holiday Lights celebration, contact Visit Gahanna. The Fall-Winter Herbal Cocktail Trail just kicked off yesterday, and there are 8 establishments participating. There's also a new prize for those who complete at least half of the trail. So the participants who turn in those passports will receive 2 bottles of Simple Times mixers to help support and promote a local business here in Gahanna. The CVB is also getting ready to launch a gift program through Gahanna Hotels. So several hundred lavender sachets will be provided to the hotels with an attached note to welcome their guests to Gahanna and distinguishing it as the herb capital of Ohio. So the hotels will distribute those when they check in and help reinforce Gahanna's unique brand and make their stay a little bit more memorable, and just get the word out there a little bit more that we are the herb capital. And that's all for me.
Thank you very much, Councilwoman Padova. Councilwoman Jones, School Board.
Yeah, just 2 brief updates of upcoming things. So this Thursday, September 4th, is the September Board Workshop meeting. So this is the workshop where directors present, the different directors across the district present. That's at 6:30 this Thursday, and this time it will be in the high school library. And then only other announcement is this Friday, first home football game. So Friday Night Lights at home starts this week. That's all.
Fantastic. Always a great event to bring the community out.
Yeah.
Section J, official reports. Mayor Jadwin.
Thank you very much. First of all, thank you to the hundreds of residents who came out last Tuesday on an equally beautiful day to participate in the Our Gahanna a Sweet Celebration event, where we unveiled a draft of the Our Gahanna strategic plan. The residents were engaged, they asked questions, they provided feedback on the plan, and it really was wonderful to see the plaza filled for 3 solid hours, interacting with our staff who were there monitoring the boards. If you weren't able to attend, if there's a resident who was not able to attend that event, we have several roadshow events coming up, happening between now and September 20th. We just held one this afternoon at the library, and there are 3 more scheduled. You can check out those dates, times, and locations by visiting ourgahanna.com. Also, if you're not able to attend one of those events, if you go to ourgahanna.com, there is a survey that you can take. When you pull up ourgahanna.com, it'll right at the top of the page, it'll say learn more or take the survey. Just click on take the survey and voila, you can participate and have your voice heard as we work together to complete creating the vision for the future of Gahanna. That survey will be available through Sunday, September 20th, or Saturday, September 20th, which is also the day of Touch a Truck. Throwing that in there too. 2 weeks ago, Senior Director Schultz and I updated council on the work that the administration has been doing on the flood mitigation efforts related to Creekside. As part of that presentation, you might recall Director Schultz revealed the work that must be done in order to meet the FEMA requirements, and also shared preliminary, and I highlight preliminary concepts of other work that could be done on the plaza in concert with those flood mitigation efforts in order to improve the overall use, accessibility, and overall environment and aesthetics of the Creekside Plaza. At last week's Our Gahanna event, we shared renderings, those very same renderings that we had shared with council. We had those up available for the community to come and see, ask questions. We had overwhelmingly positive feedback from the residents who engaged on those boards, with some residents even offering suggestions as to other things that could be added to the renderings that we hadn't thought about. So Creekside, we know, is an often talked about area of our city. Just take a look at Facebook. But certainly we've heard that through the Our Gahanna strategic plan that Creekside matters to our residents. So with that, we will be hosting a community conversation Wednesday, September 24th at 7 p.m. at the Creekside Conference and Events Center, where we will be getting into further conversation and further detail with regard to those renderings that Director Schultz shared and an overall future vision for the community and certainly for the future vision of the Creekside District. So again, that is Wednesday, September 24th from 7 to 8:30 p.m. at the Creekside Conference and Event Center, which is on the 3rd floor. Also, just as an update, beginning next Monday, September 8th, the Franklin County Engineers Office will begin work on the roundabout that's located at Morse and Reynoldsburg, New Albany roads. That work is expected to last from Monday the 8th through Friday, September 12th, weather permitting. What that means is that intersection will be closed. So if you are somebody who travels east-westbound on Morse Road through that intersection, you will be redirected via the detours that will be posted. That traveling that way along Morse Road will not be accessible all of next week. So we will continue to share updates on the City of Gahanna social media pages as well as our website as soon as those are made available to us by the Franklin County Engineers Office. But that is the latest update that we received today. So we look forward to that work taking place next week. And then I believe there will be continued paving work and construction work following that. But again, more updates to come. And then just a quick update and reminder, some things coming up this Saturday is the Creekside Hops and Vines event presented by our Gahanna Parks and Recreation Foundation, largest fundraiser for that organization that is used to support scholarships and programming and other activities that our Parks and Rec department does. That event runs from 6 to 11 p.m. I believe they are still looking for volunteers. So if you have some time to spare and want to get a free ticket to get into the event, that's an opportunity to do that. The Kyle Miller 5K is on Sunday morning, which is a phenomenal event that truly gives back to the community. This year, I believe they had $17,000 or $18,000 worth of shoes that were taken. What they did instead of giving out gift cards this year is they went into Goshen Lane and Royal Manor and actually fitted the kids for the shoes right there. So those kids were able to walk out with those shoes in that moment. Much more immediate impact. And Eric Miller will tell you that his son Kyle was always about making sure the kids were prepared for the school year, and that is their family's way of giving back to the community and helping students get off on the right foot for the school year. Other things coming up, our Senior Expo's Thursday, September 18th at the Gahanna Sanctuary. I mentioned Touch a Truck, September 20th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. At Hanna Park. We will have the last Gahanna Market on Wednesday, September 24th from 4 to 7. So you could go to the market, get your produce, head on upstairs, and then attend the Creekside event starting at 7 o'clock. And then the Mill Street Market, of course, will close out the month on September 28th. That's a Sunday morning from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And I believe we'll be hearing more about that day maybe next week as well. And then there are plenty of events coming up in October, but just one highlight, the Vietnam Traveling Memorial Wall presented by the VFW and the American Legion is October 2nd through October 6th. They are still looking for volunteers. That wall, when it is here, has to be manned 24 hours a day. So they need folks around the clock once that wall arrives. So a great volunteer opportunity to support the American Legion. Let me correct myself. And then finally, because inquiring minds want to know, trick or treat. We will follow Morpsey, and that will be Thursday, October 30th from 6 to 8 p.m. as we always follow that. So that's all I have for tonight. Thank you.
Mayor, could I ask a follow-up question
Absolutely.
on the Creekside event?
Sure.
Do you have an idea of the format yet, how that event is going to be? Is it going to be stations, or will it be more of a presentation?
It'll be more of a
format?
presentation. It'll be more of a presentation, and then collecting questions from the audience.
Do you anticipate having AV and/or will it be streamed? So,
We're working on that piece of it, since it will be the Creekside Conference and Event Center. Not sure what their capabilities are. If we can't stream it, we will record it so that we can have that and post it later.
great, thank you so much. I received a few questions about that.
No
so
problem.
Thank you. All right, Assistant City Attorney Matt Roth this evening.
Nothing to report at this time.
Thank
Nice
you.
to have you here, though.
Thank you, Mr. Roth. All right, we'll move on to council comment, and we'll start with Councilwoman Nancy McGregor.
Thank you. I don't have much to say except just I want to wish my husband happy 52nd anniversary yesterday. That's all.
Aw.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Councilwoman Jones. Thank you very much. Councilwoman Padova.
Yeah, I just want to remind everybody this Sunday, the 7th, from 11 a.m. to 3 is the Collective Market at Collective Home Supply. It's always a good time. They have lots of different vendors, usually coffee, cookies, sourdough, something to eat, something to drink, and lots of things to shop for. New, used, old, antiques, all kinds of things. So stop by that on the 7th, 11 a.m. to 3, I believe. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Councilwoman. Mr. Schnetzer.
Nothing to add, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Schnetzer. Mr. Weaver.
Thank you, Madam President. I will be very brief. Come up on 2 weeks ago, the Board of Education announced that the new auditorium at the high school the auditorium at the new high school would be named after Mr. Jim Singer in honor of his over 5 decades of service to Gahanna Lincoln High School, first as assistant band director and then as the auditorium manager that we've all come to know him as. And it's not just the high school's play and spring musical. It is the hundreds of events in there, including award ceremonies. I remember we did graduation rehearsal in there, and we could barely fit in there 20 years ago when I graduated and the class was large. Choir concerts, orchestra, band, you name it, he is there. Often the first individual in the building and quite often the last individual to leave at night. I was asked to provide a letter of support as part of the application package, and I was honored to do so, more so in my, not just in my capacity as a council member, but as a former graduate of the high school as well, and I was honored to do so. And I could think of no more fitting individual deserving of the recognition. So for decades to come, folks will be able to enter and enjoy the Jim Singer Auditorium at the new building. And I would just add my congratulations to Ms. Connie and welcome, continue to add welcome to the city to her as well, and thank her for her service. And that is it for me, Madam President.
Great, thank you. A couple of remarks from me. Just a big congratulations to the Gahanna Area Chamber of Commerce on a very successful Taste of Gahanna event. I think this may have been the largest, certainly in recent years, and perhaps ever. I think that they had 500 tickets sold, if I remember what Brad Fisher told me. So it was quite an incredible event, beautiful weather, and great time spent in community with folks. I also had the opportunity to attend a Columbus Chamber of Commerce CEO Insight event on Wednesday the 27th. It was an interview format with Colleen Marshall and the new CEO of the Columbus Metropolitan Library System, Lauren Hagan. Lauren talked about her background, her upbringing. She's born and raised to Central Ohio from the Hilliard area. And talked about her education, her spiritual upbringing as influencing her values, and then spoke about really the expansiveness that the library has grown to fill over the last several years. Not only do they have an expansive circulation, they recently also exceeded digital circulation from paper as opposed to hard books. But also the services that they provide to the community in terms of reading support, literacy support, computer access, job skilling, resume building, and et cetera. So it was a wonderful event. I think that we all knew and loved the former CEO, Pat Lasinski, and so I think Lauren is certainly going to be carrying forward in his with her own brand and with her own expertise as well. Happy belated Labor Day to everybody. We celebrated Labor Day with one last dip at the pool, and so I just wanted to thank Parks and Rec for a fantastic pool season again. I think it went very smoothly this year, and so a super big thanks to all that they did and they do to maintain great community space. All right. I think that is it then. So with that, we've got one executive session, brief executive session for us to go into under Section L of this evening's agenda. I would be seeking a motion to enter into executive session under authority of Section 5.40A of the Council Rules and Procedure to consider the appointment of a public employee or official. And the purpose of this session is to review expiring commission and board member terms and determine next steps with regard to that. With that said, is there a motion to go into executive session for the reasons stated?
So moved.
I have a first by Mr. Weaver. Second. And a second by Mr. Schnetzer. Any discussion? All right. Mr. Van Meter, would you please call the roll?
Weaver,
Yes.
Schnetzer. Yes. Padova,
Yes.
Bowers,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
McGregor.
Yes.
Motion carries, and we will move into the law library to discuss, as stated. There will be no legislation coming out of this, and I anticipate that we will immediately adjourn upon conclusion. Thank you all, and have a great rest of your evening.